Have you found yourself wondering about primer seating depth here lately? I know there's a lot of stuff going on the internet about different depths of your primers and your brass and how they affect things, your standard deviation, your groups, your consistency. SAMI specs say that primers need to be anywhere from flush to 0.08 of an inch seated in. The problem comes around is, if you're using some sort of hand primers or if you're using your original primer on your press, is it goes to what it goes to, and there's no way to really adjust that to something different. I know some of the hand primers out there have some adjustable capabilities on them, but then you're squeezing a lot, and after you get 100 or so rounds pressed in there, especially with newer brass, it gets kind of monotonous on the hands. Been kind of pondering on making something adjustable or finding something adjustable. I know there's a few of them out there. Some of them actually get quite expensive. Actually ran across this as a little RCBS tool. It's a RAM priming unit, and it looked like it would fit the bill for what I was wanting to try. It basically has this little body that you can screw into your press. If you're reloading, you've got a press of some sort. It's got a little snap-in piece to hold your different rods for your primers, and actually a little spring-loaded cup on there, so it holds the primer and seats it. And this piece is actually small enough that it will go inside the primer hole. Some of the rams on some of these tools won't even go inside that priming hole. It just goes to a certain spot and stops, and that's what you got. The kit even comes with a small rifle setup for doing small rifle primers. I changed out the jam nut that was on her and put a lockable type on there, so I could actually adjust it up and down, just like we're doing with our shoulders on our brass, or resizing our brass, or seating a bullet, to a certain depth. I can actually adjust this to get the right amount of depth I need on this thing. For tools for checking to see where your primers are at, usually when I was priming something, I just laid it on a flat counter and make sure it didn't rock. So yeah, that one's got a little bit of wobble to it. Well, it's not quite seated flush. If you're seating these things, that's a good check. If you're only running 0.02 of an inch off of your shoulders and your primer sticking out 0.03 of an inch, well then it's not going to bolt over very easily. So you might want to check your depth on your primers. Simply use the caliper and the end down here with the ram sticking out. You can actually measure your depths of your primers that way. That's not quite as accurate. This tool here is actually, I use it for measuring my bullets, and I just simply turn it upside down. I've got a little 22 caliber comparator tool for measuring 22 caliber bullets, and I just kind of slide it on there, and it gives me a flat spot to deal with. Unscrewed the little end off the ram there, so I get a nice flat surface. I can actually check my primer pockets and see if all the primer pockets are uniform to the base, and I can actually check and see what my primer is seated at. So now I can get within 1/1000th of an inch or less on my primers. I can try different seating depths, and I plan on, as soon as the weather warms up here, doing a little testing and seeing where and if that makes a lot of difference. But I just wanted to kind of show you this little tool from RCBS. And it was rather inexpensive. I think it was under $40, so it was Easy to get. Uses our same little shell holders that we always use. Adjustable priming depth.